Good afternoon, Sussex Tech community. This is Kevin Carson. I'm the proud superintendent of the Sussex County Vocational Technical School District. It's Friday afternoon, January the 15th. Beautiful day here on Delmarva, and I hope you've had a good week and are enjoying this great weather. We've had a busy week here at Sussex Tech as we continue to work on the delivery of our programs and the decisions that we've been making all year regarding marking periods and how we're going to deliver instruction here at Sussex Technical High School. This past Wednesday, based upon my recommendation, our Board of Education affirmed that we were going to change the way that we were delivering our instruction, beginning with the beginning of the third marking period on February the 1st. There have been several questions about what does that mean, what will it look like, and how will it impact my classroom or my child if in fact they're participating in our programs. And so this afternoon I'm going to answer some of the questions that we've received at this point. There'll be continuing communications with you regarding specifics of operation and buses and child nutrition, special education, and that type of information. Currently, you're aware that we have a questionnaire out with our parents asking them to make a decision about whether they were choosing for their child to remain in remote or to return to school in a hybrid format. And I need to explain in more detail what does that mean regarding our plan and how are we going forward. The initial surveys and questionnaires that we have received indicate to us that approximately 30% of our students may stay in a remote format for the foreseeable future, depending upon health conditions, vaccinations, a number of different variables that are going into the decision-making process, which is certainly respected, and the decision about attendance rests with the parent. We wanted to present an option or an opportunity for in-person instruction also. The requests that have come from parents for students to be able to return have been received, and as I indicated, about 70% would like to return. So how are we going to do that? What we're going to be doing is taking those students who choose to participate in-school programs and divide them in half. And 2 and 2, group 1, group 2. One group will attend school on Monday and Tuesday. The second group will attend on Wednesday and Thursday. How will the groups be divided? They'll be divided alphabetically. They'll be divided by grade level so that we have a parity between the two groups. As you are aware, we offer our instruction on an 8-period schedule, what we call an A day and a B day. And so therefore we'll have 4 periods of instruction on one day and 4 periods of instruction on the second day. Each of these periods will be approximately 80 minutes in length, and so that our great teachers here at Sussex Tech have the opportunity to work with your student and certainly have conversation and time among themselves in order to be able to prepare for this. So if you look at it from a scheduling standpoint, if your class size is 22 students and approximately 30% of those students choose to stay in a remote format, and then the remaining number divided by 2, we could be looking at class sizes of 6, 7, 8, 9 in terms of instruction within the classroom. Why is that important? It's important for a number of reasons. We've said from the beginning that we want our school to be safe, not only for our staff and for our students, but with a small number of students within the classroom, it certainly allows us to space out to there's probably a better way to say that, to spread students out in the classroom in order to have that safe distance among themselves, and also to provide a safety area for our staff members also. And so the schedule itself will be a fewer number of students on campus, 80-minute periods. Transportation would be provided. The school day for students would begin at approximately 8:35, and students would begin with a homeroom period in their first period class. Breakfast would be grab and go in that first period class. The lunch arrangement would be during the middle part of the day, and again, with a smaller number of students in class, we believe we can manage the lunchroom situation and have that 6-foot distancing that's necessary in order to be able to serve lunch. How do we make this work in terms of the relationship between students that are at home and those that are in person? And the answer is technology. We want our teachers to only have to instruct once instead of a double duty situation. And so therefore, through the work of our tech department, we're configuring our classrooms to be able to take a complete picture of the classroom, camera setting, have a degree of portability for our teachers, and they'll be able to instruct by moving around the classroom for those students who are present, and at the same time be able to have real-time communication with the students who are still at home but have been doing the remote work. We've had a question about how does the schedule in terms of relationship of remote. Because you choose in person, it doesn't mean that you no longer have to do remote. You have to do remote and just not as much of it. You'll have 2 days on campus. You'll have 2 days in which you'll participate in, again, real time with our teachers here at Sussex Tech. And then on Fridays are what we're calling a flex day. For those of you who've taken advantage of the reverse field trip in terms of teacher initiated special work within the school, that offering will be maintained. So students can come to campus on Fridays for an additional day, depending upon the arrangements that need to be made. IEPs, professional development for staff, conversations in continual virtual conversation with students is also available on that Friday setting for our teachers and students, and certainly with parents. Safety is paramount. The use of technology, keeping class size small, also looking at the number and kind of assessment. Currently, our student work is due at noon on Friday. That system will be maintained because we think we've gotten into a pattern of student work being due on Friday. It's also one of the reasons that we chose Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because that's the type of instruction our students have been receiving on second marking period. And so they'll be able to continue that mindset within the third marking period. Speaking of the third marking period, the decision to do what we're doing is applicable to the third marking period. There'll be another decision later in the spring regarding fourth marking period. What's our hope? Our hope is that the vaccination program picks up speed, and that our community and our teachers and everyone associated with school has the opportunity to take the vaccination. They're not required to, but our belief is that if a vaccination is offered and folks take advantage of it, then we're going to begin to see the decline that we're looking for in the number of folks that have COVID and have COVID positivity. It's a tough situation, and it's tough for everyone, and students and parents and school districts and everybody wanting to do the right thing in terms of doing the best we can for our students. Everyone has had a hardship, and we share in that hardship. We're also of the belief that we have a great facility here at Sussex Tech, and if the opportunity allows itself for students to be able to come in to get hands-on experience and time with, again, our great teachers with the technical areas in their programs, then we're going to be able to afford them something more than we've currently been able to do under the remote format. There'll be individual questions about if I have a younger brother or sister, can they come on the day that I'm coming? That's our goal, that's our intention. We're trying to make this easy for parents. If there is the opportunity for students, if Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday is a better situation, and under one-on-one conversation with Dr. Denby and the high school administrative team, we'll try to make those accommodations also. We're certainly aware of passing time between classes and what has to happen. I mean, we have to clean areas and do things. We're going to be expanding the passing time between classes. And yes, we're going to have administrators and staff and superintendents and other folks here to help as we can in order to maintain that safe environment. So I'm sure you have many additional questions, and there'll be additional communications with you. Hoping to do another one next week, and Dr. Denby is going to be speaking to you about specific operational questions for the building itself and answer a few more things. What do we know? What do we believe? We believe we can do this. We believe that there are ways in which we can offer students the ability to be here and to have more of that school experience. Bumps in the road, I'm sure there'll be bumps in the road when we're going to do our best. We ask you for your continued patience and flexibility as we together work our way through this process of providing opportunity in the safest possible manner for our families and for our staff. We're looking forward to students being back here at Sussex Tech so that we can continue this process. Thank you for your time. We'll continue to be in touch. If you have questions or comments, there's the feedback at sussexvt.k12.de.us. If you want to continue to drop questions, we appreciate the dialogue, and we look forward to making this new system work on February 1st. Thank you. Take care. Be safe. Go Ravens.